team to join the greatest to ever play the game between the New England Patriots and the Seattle Seahawks. Kate Scott and Brock Heward, happy to have you with us. And this an unusual spot to be, Brock. Both teams here, and they have fought and earned their way to this one. Yet this still looks like could be one of the more lopsided Super Bowl matchups that we have seen in our time in the NFL.
It looks that way on paper, but we know. We've watched it through the centuries. Right? We know that upsets happen in this moment. Broadway Joe's guarantee and the Jets win. It's just the third Super Bowl. David Tyree's helmet catch as those Giants shock the Patriots in their perfection. They too got past the greatest show on turf. This moment, underdogs emerge.
A tradition started back in 1967 has now reached its diamond anniversary. And off we go in Super Bowl 60. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So out come the Patriots, ready for their first possession. Leading them out, someone with a big arm and a field general's mindset, Drake May.
Well, here he is, Kate, in the role that I and so many other quarterbacks dreamed of being in during our careers, leading the AFC champions out on a Super Bowl Sunday. The journey? Well, it's only become more difficult every step along the way, from the regular season through each rung of the playoffs. And it's prepared him for the moment he's walking in right now.
Going play action, May. Right side and into the hands of Douglas. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on second down.
All right, here we go, second down. From the gun, it's May. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And that's gonna leave him with a tough 3rd and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
That's taken in by Henry. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. So out come the Seahawks for their first offensive possession. And bringing them out, one of the NFL's best stories as of late, a former 3rd overall pick, Brock, who has revitalized his NFL career, Sam Darnold.
Kate, this is one of those moments that I so wish we had those thought bubbles, that we could see and hear every thought going through his mind as he runs on the field on this Super Bowl Sunday. I'm sure there's some anxiety. I'm sure there's a little bit of nervousness. But I know when that ball gets snapped in his hands, this guy is ready for this moment because he's proved it all season long.
And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. That was Harold Landry making the tackle.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. To finish him off at the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He's going to try to drop it in, deep right. He's got it inside the 10. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2. That sets up first and goal.
Yards is the gain on the play. And the Seahawks, first down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
They go to him again. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. Second and goal coming up. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there.
And this one hurts. Had a touchdown in his hands, but he couldn't hold on. Third down coming up. Well, for a great opening drive, this is where you can run into that speed bump. We see it all the time, getting down near the end zone and trying to find your way in.
Yep, operated so well and efficiently, but when you get into the scoring zone, the red zone, that's when the pressure ramps up.
On third and goal, Darnold. And he's going to have the Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0.
Okay, we talked to enough coaches over the years, and find me a good red zone offense, and typically you'll find me a good, creative quarterback. One that can extend a play, use his legs as effectively as he can his arm.
Now it's Jason Myers on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Seahawks will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Patriots, nothing.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff.
Kickoff for Seattle.
Has this at the 6. They'll bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30. The Patriots offense headed out for their second drive of the game. And it was a situation they prepared for, no doubt, Brock, but hopes that they wouldn't see. They're down early in the biggest game of the year.
Hey, listen, nobody said winning championships was easy. This is an early test of whether they've got the resiliency to win it all. And we know this. When that final second ticks off, most Super Bowl champions, they've been the most resilient players, too.
They'll run it with Travion Henderson. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively, because you also know it can set the table for more.
Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. First down throw for May. Finds him over the middle. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Just a yard left to go on second down. Henderson's going to take this straight ahead. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Tyrese Knight on the tackle. An 8-yard pickup. First down, New England.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the back. of the defense.
And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So you can only get back to the line as the defense all over this one.
As a corner in this league, well, you can go to the Pro Bowl if you can cover. If you want to be an all-pro, you stick someone like that.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. May now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets him all the way down to that 15-yard line. They get 22 out of that play. And that's a New England first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
To the air on first down, May. Out to his wideout, it's a screen. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
How's your block shedding out there, boys? Because they need to get through some blocks to hang that screen up quickly. And they were Johnny on the spot.
2nd down now, they need 7. Off the play action, May. Looking to his fullback now. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
I remember talking to Jim Harbaugh one time, and Bo Schembechler asked him when he was a head coach, you have a tight end with his hand on the ground? Yes, coach. You have a fullback still on your roster? Yes, coach. Then you're going to be just fine.
Good moving drive, but it could stall out here. We've got 3rd and 4. Throwing again, it's May. And that's going to fall incomplete on a look to his running back, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
So now on 4th down, Andres Borregales leading the Pats field goal team out for a try. A very short kick here from the right hash. Borregales connects, and it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Now Borregales on to send it away. To return this, Rashid Shaheed finds some space. He's past the 30. And a good effort here as he gets it out past the 35-yard line. The Seahawks taking the field for their 2nd possession. They really have the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Heading to the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Darnold. Pressure comes, and there's no place to go. The Patriots got him. And that's going to add some distance onto this upcoming 3rd down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out, and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Third and long for him here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
Kate, I think that was the type of play we expected out of this defense to start the game. Can't undo that opening drive touchdown they gave up, but that can sure help to get yourself off the field with that 3rd down stop.
And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Here's New England ready once again on offense. And Brock, they are not in the spot they want to be, but still plenty of game left. You don't want to let the setting cause an early overreaction and panic.
Yeah, you just can't overtry. And every bit of you wants to, every fiber of your being in this building right now, you want to perform, but you just can't overdo it. Get back in the rhythm and play your game.
1st and 10 from the 32. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. Not a lot of room for him. He makes it to the 34. Tackle made by the rookie from South Carolina, Nick Emanwari.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 34-yard line.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. May looking to throw. Setting up the screen with Henderson. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit, and you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Now I'm hungry. 1st and 10 from the 43. They go play action. Here's May. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Even the best of them can be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Back to the air. It's May. Throwing the out route complete. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Here's May again. Bo finds his running back, Henderson. And this spot is going to be close, but he does not have that first. They're going to face 4th and short.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Well, they are definitely being aggressive here on the big stage. They're going for it on 4th down early. Running for it, it's Henderson. And he has this down to the 34. They left the offense out there on 4th down, Brock, and look at the results. A big gain, 15 yards, and a fresh set of downs, too.
These situations, Kate, have turned into such like a boom or bust, an all-or-nothing mindset. Either you're going to stun that run right at the point of attack, or you're going to run the risk of letting it get out just like that.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. May off the play fake. Finds a seam down the middle. And there's the stop after he drives this down to the 13. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Patriots will have a 1st down.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. Trying to find Stephon Diggs. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
May trying again here on second. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long. But finally, this defense has an answer.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down. Again, it's May. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. He's in for the New England touchdown. The Patriots hold a slim 2-point lead early. So he looks to and finds the big fella, and his tight end takes it in for 6.
Such a reliable weapon down in the red zone. You know, kind of reminds me like a point guard making an entry pass to that post player. When you trust your big people around you, and when a quarterback trusts his tight end like that, it makes a difference.
This is Andres Borregales trying to tack on the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Patriots push their lead to 3.
Patriots 10, Seahawks 7.
Now Borregales on to send it away. Here's Derink Young to return this. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Seattle offense eager to get back on the field. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Drive begins with a Walker run. And he's going to get this one to the 36-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. Get that big play potential on the ground. Jeez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
They've got 1st down here from the 36. Staying with Walker. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Here's Darnold, 1st and 10. Short pass brought in. And he's across midfield into Patriots territory.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4. Walker off his own read. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Marcus Jones ranging over for the stop.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
A 7-yard gain. That's another Seahawks 1st down.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
Walker on 1st down. He has room past the 25. And he's going to take this down to the 11-yard line. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
And the Seahawks 1st down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Charbonnet. That played good for, looks like about 6. Second down upcoming.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Here's Darnold. Here's a screen out for Walker. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks take a field goal lead in our opening quarter. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Myers to add the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Seahawks take a 4-point lead.
The score is Seahawks 14, Patriots 10.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Patriots running their offense out there. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Patriots lining up. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's May. That's complete to Diggs on the slant. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
2nd and 3 now. Trying an inside give to Henderson. That's right. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
It's a gain of 20. And a Patriot first down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So you can only get back to the line as the defense all over this one. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. Operating from the gun, here's May. Finds him over the middle. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. May now from the gun. That's taken in by Henry. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
It's a gain of 3.
So Super Bowl 60, a quarter of the way done. 14-10 our score. More from Santa Clara coming up. Enough waiting, we're back, and it's time to resume play here in Super Bowl 60 from Santa Clara. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Cuts it to the right sideline. And it'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
It is just so hard, Kate, to get these chunk, explosive runs. But what it does now is it especially sets the table in prime scoring position.
Big play sets him up pretty here with 1st and goal from the 5. From the red zone on 1st. Short throws dropped. This one's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Still a couple of shots at this one.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. Well, I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
May. That is rejected at the line, as we say in hoops. Huh? Got a hand in the passing lane up front. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
This is a pivotal moment on the game's biggest stage, Brock. It's 3rd and goal. To throw, here's May. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. So a bit stubborn there, Brock. They just kept throwing for it after pass fell incomplete. Now they've got 4th and goal.
Yeah, and you and I both know what's going to happen when these old linemen run off the sidelines, the big fellas. They're not going to be too happy about not putting one run on the board.
No, sir.
A 22-yard attempt.
Corey Gallis connects. The flag is down, though, so let's see if this kick stands or not.
Foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Thought he had a chance to block it, but he ends up wiping out the kicker instead, and that's going to award their offense a 1st down.
Automatic 1st down.
So now, following the penalty, it's 1st and goal. Stevenson will not challenge for the end zone. He loses a bunch here. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
2nd and goal coming up from the 7. Here's May to the air. Dialing up a receiver screen. And they're going to keep him out once again. That sends him backwards, brings up 3rd and goal.
You call that receiver screen, and every once in a while, that wide receiver, well, he's got to be his own blocker. He's got to make the first guy or 2 miss. That didn't happen. Play goes nowhere.
This is a pivotal moment on the game's biggest stage, Brock. It's 3rd and goal. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Dumps it off to his running back. Fighting forward for about 7, nearly got that first. Now we're going to see if they try for it on 4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
It's Henderson on the give. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Patriots take a 2nd quarter lead. So, Brock, they take a gamble, and it pays off with a big touchdown on 4th and goal.
And they do it on the ground as well, and that just speaks volumes. That's confidence that you can own this line of scrimmage, and your back will see a lane and will get the job done. That just infuses your team and your sidelines with so much confidence.
Corey Gallis on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Patriots push their lead to 3.
17. Seahawks 14.
Now Borregales on to send it away. Young on the return. He's got a lead up past the 30. Makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled. The Seahawks start headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Walker running to the right. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Darnold off the play action. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he had enough time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
Smith and Jigba going to motion over left. Throwing is Darnold on 3rd down. He puts some air under it deep down the left. Brought in inside the 20. And he's going to be sent out of bounds on a play that sends them all the way down into the red zone. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
1st and 10 at the
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
And no one had a shot at that. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Well, he went for it all right there. That was a highlight reel waiting to happen if he could connect. So good to get out of the pocket, keep the play alive, but even better defensively to force the incompletion.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Now an inside give to Walker. And a productive run there on 2nd down. That's a gain of 6.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. From the gun, Darnold. Thinking touchdown, but they will not get it. That's incomplete. And maybe worse, Brock, it's going to bring up 4th down.
There's a lot of studies done every offseason, Kate, about the best red zone offenses. And typically, it's about creative quarterbacks, doing just what he tried to do right there in extending the play out of the pocket. The problem is there was just nowhere for him to go with the ball.
Myers' kick is good. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Starting from the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Patriots and Travion Henderson back out there for their next series. And in a high-scoring game to this point, everyone anticipating, well, even more points as they take the field. New England bringing the offense to the line. 1st and 10. Rush coming for May. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. They give now to Henderson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. First down, and they go right back to him. And 2nd down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming, so managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and a T for attack, exactly what he just did.
Throwing is May. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
May now on 3rd down. That's caught for the first. And he is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. They strike for 23 yards. And that's a New England 1st down.
And the Patriot 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late, and this could have been much more exciting.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Staying on the ground here with Henderson. And this will only complicate matters for 3rd down, partner. They're sent backwards. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you called 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
I've talked to you over the years of the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On 3rd down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
Bryce Behringer on now to punt. And they could really use a good one here. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. Now Seattle all set to go here on offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And this play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
All set to go now from the 35. Tight end going in motion here. Going on first. Here's Darnold. Oh, on him quick there, and they bring him to the turf. And they've got a little extra distance now to make up here on second down.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
Things already looking a good bit tougher here. It is 2nd and 17 after the sack. Man in motion, headed right. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. Hits him on the out route. And he'll get it up to the 44.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. He has it on the QB sneak. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the first down.
It's a gain of a yard.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
1st and 10 now from the 46. Here's Darnold to throw. Throw left side, caught by Smith and Jigba. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Here's Darnold, 1st and 10. Completes it again to Smith and Jigba. And he's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. 2nd down.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Play fake, Darnold. Deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. But it looks like someone from the Seahawks got on top of it, and they'll get it back.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down in distance.
Well, they got the football back, Brock, but things don't look much better. It's 3rd and long. 3rd and long for him here. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
All right, I'm to the point of the game, Kate. Now, we got to get the ball out of our hands. He is just taking a beating all game long, and on this drive, yet again. Find a way to protect, find a way to run, and get the ball out of his hands.
So another punt coming up. Michael Dixon back out there. Marcus Jones back to return for the Patriots. The Patriots offense all set to go. And in a tie game, we've been sensing a breakthrough coming, Brock. Might this be the drive where we finally see one side get the edge over the other?
Well, if it is, Kate, you know and I know it's about play-to-play execution, and more than likely, making sure they can convert in some of those situational downs.
Patriots lining up. It's 1st and 10. Starting on the ground with Henderson. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Going play action, May. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. They'll throw, third and long. Can't convert on third. That's to the ground and incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that brings up fourth and long.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that fourth down, gets down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down.
And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Fair catch called for and made at the 35-yard line. The Seahawk offense taking the field now. And they're playing with a chance to take the lead right here. Get a nice little cushion in what has been an otherwise really close game.
Yeah, and really the mindset, Kate, is this has got to be the drive. When you break the huddle, you look at each other and say, right now, these are the moments that tilt the game in our favor. Because you know if you don't get it done, you've given your opponent that opportunity.
We'll give up the gut to Walker. And this is going to take him up and across midfield there at the opposing 45. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
The Seahawks, first down. First and 10 at the
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during a game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
And this run is going to push him inside the 40. Give him 7 there.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Darnold now to throw. Finds him over the middle. And the stop comes at the 15-yard line as he gets them into the red zone. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Walker now from the gun. And his progress is soft, but a nice 5-yard gain before it was.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Now Darnold. And he'll score. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks take a second-quarter lead.
With that score, this is now a time where this defense is going to get on that sideline and look at each other and say, hey, we got to play this quarterback a whole lot more honest because he is doing damage with his legs.
Myers to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Seahawks break that tie and now lead by 7.
Patriots 17.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. This makes it up to the 25. The Patriots and Travion Henderson back out there for their next series. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. New England bringing the offense to the line. 1st and 10. Anderson's going to take this straight ahead. No questioning on that exchange, Brock. He hits for 8 on 1st down.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down. Motion a receiver left. Well, Brock, a lot of scoring so far as we have reached our 2-minute warning. More from Super Bowl 60 and Santa Clara in just a moment. Looking for a pass on 2nd and short. Setting up the screen with Henderson. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
Hey, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. To the air on 3rd and long. Short pass brought in. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. 7 yards on that pickup. And the Patriots will have a 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
All set to go now from the 35. Off the play action, May. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's a New England 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go, 1st down. Here's May again. It's complete. Kyle Williams. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're 1st to 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. To the air yet again, May. We've got a screen to the running back. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. Pick up a 5 on that play. And the Patriots will have a 1st down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get him enough yards for the 1st, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Here's May on 1st and 10. Completed over the middle. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. Now we're going to have a timeout by New England. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Throwing again, it's May. This will be caught once again by Diggs. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
To the air on 1st down, May. And this falls incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
Now Now it's Andres Borregales to try the Patriots field goal. He connected once, and a good chance here. This is inside of 35. Borregales connects, and it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game. So that is 2 quarters in the books here in Super Bowl 60 from Santa Clara. Now over to Scott Hansen with our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
All right, Scott, thanks so much. We are back, and this one's shaping up to be an exciting one. Very close game, Brock, as we start our third quarter. Well, we all enjoyed that halftime show, right, Brock? These guys were strategizing how to win that Lombardi. We're back underway in the Super Bowl. He stopped on the run back of the 27. The Seahawks start headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. Trucks a defender. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That's good.
Simply put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So first down from the 41. Now Darnold off the play action. That's low and bounces short of his man. This one misses the tight end. So it'll be 2nd down.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
2nd and 10. Darnold. Has him on the quick hitter. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
The Patriots adding an extra defensive back out there for this 3rd down. Walker trying to run for the first. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
A gain of 3 yards. And the Seahawks, 1st down. 1st and 10 at
Win the early battle.
47-yard
Get a little
line.
leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
That's caught. Here's Zach Charbonnet. And he works it down to the enemy 44-yard line. Brought down by the veteran Carlton Davis.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Motioning left is their running back. It's his running back. And he picks up about 6 on the play. Stopped, though, right near the marker. Didn't get it. 3rd down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Here we go. Goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. He keeps it himself. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop him at the line. No gain.
It's a gain of a yard.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
We've set it down from 37. Going with the quick pass out line. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Well, the good part is he did bring that play to a stop. Unfortunately, looks like he got banged up on the tackle. He's in some discomfort out there. Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Running is Walker. Still has room inside the 15. And he has it all the way down to the 8. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
That's good for a Seahawks. 1st down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Even with everything he racked up on that run, you could argue he deserved maybe a little bit more. That call was the perfect one to break for big yards. The only thing that saved the defense from a score was getting that contact to slow him down and eventually, finally, stop him.
And the Patriots get there and take him down. And it's step 1 towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up.
I know the scoreboard doesn't say it, but this has been a winning effort up front defensively. One of the keys to their success was going to be this pass rush and sacking the quarterback, and they can check that box.
Second and goal, backed all the way up to the 14 here. To the ground with Walker. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
This is a pivotal moment on the game's biggest stage, Brock. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, Donald. Pressure comes, and there's no place to go. The Patriots got him. And the defense are down away from completing this stand. It's 4th and goal.
I got a sense, Kate. He went to bed last night dreaming, can I get a sack? Can I find a way to get to the quarterback? Well, he didn't do it just once. He's now done it twice.
Jason Myers out there now to try a field goal for the Seahawks on 4th down. He's hit once already. This is a short one, inside of 30 yards. Myers' kick is good. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Patriot offense making their return to the field. And they've got a bit of momentum from the field goal on the last series, hoping to grow that into something greater with a touchdown here.
Yeah, I think one thing you find is you do not want to settle for a field goal again. Points are great, but touchdowns, that's what's win games in the NFL.
Patriots lining up. It's 1st and 10. A run here with Henderson. And he manages 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4.
While that run may not move the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. May off the play fake. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Trying to find Stephon Diggs. And what will they dial up on 3rd and short?
Defense doubled him, knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. A bit surprising. Quarterback still threw in that direction with how well that defense had that play covered.
Made out a throw on third. That one complete to Diggs. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a New England first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st and 10 from the 43. They go play action. Here's May. Throw left side, cut by Douglas. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at their 49-yard line.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Trying an inside give to Henderson. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. It's a pickup of 4 yards. And the Patriots will have a first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Going play action, May. That's taken in by Henry. And he goes out a little short of the 40.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Henderson on his own read. He's going to have this one down to the 28. They pick up 14 yards on that one, and that's a New England first down.
I just love that so much, Kate. Yeah, they trailed at the break, but that doesn't deter you from running the ball. And results like that will more than likely have them lean into the run game.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's May. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there. That picks up the first.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Here's May over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. Made a throw it. Setting up the screen with Henderson. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
May now on 3rd down. Toward the end zone, but incomplete. That's going to force them into a 4th down decision. So they take their shot for the end zone, Brock, rather than focusing on that 1st down marker. And now they've got a decision to make.
Yeah, I think with that incompletion, they made the decision. You better send that field goal team on. They took their shot. They just couldn't finish it.
That was on for the Patriots field goal. A 35-yard attempt.
Corey Gallis connects. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Listen, all he could do is make the kicks he's called out there to make. They need extra points from him, but for now, if he's able to handle his 3rd field goal of the game, he'll just inch them a little bit closer.
we've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Shaheed now to return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Seahawks offense running out now. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Darnold. Into the hands of his running back, Walker. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. They'll get 16 yards on that play. And that gives the Seahawks the 1st.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sail that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the first down.
And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Darnold looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the sack forces a now tougher 3rd down.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
Five men in the secondary now for the Pats. 3rd down. Here he goes. 3rd and long. Hits him on the out route. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the 1st.
You know, I don't mind the scheme. In fact, I like the call. Just not on that 3rd down in particular. Need to get it closer to the sticks to have a chance to move those chains.
Seahawks bring it out the punt team. Michael Dixon will kick it away. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. So this one sails over the sideline, and they'll spot it where a touchback would go at the 20-yard line. The New England offense running out now. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this 3rd quarter. New England bringing the offense to the line. 1st and 10. Run right side. Henderson. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. An excellent gain. 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
Only took them one play, Brock, and they have already made it to the 40-yard line. Going to the ground again on first. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war in field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun. Here's May. Completed over the middle. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. Give him 8 on that one. And the Patriots will have a 1st down.
Well, they got him down before he could do any more damage in terms of yards. That's no easy job, mind you, tackling a big tight end. But the main damage had already been done. He kept this drive going by getting beyond the line of game.
Shotgun handoff to Henderson. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Offense to the line, second down. May now from the gun. Ramondre Stevenson makes the catch. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
We've set it downs from 37. On the draw to give to Stevenson. And this drives him back at a field goal range, Brock, as he's stopped for loss of yardage. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number one is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
May looking to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's brought down after a short gain.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Seahawks sending out the dime look here ahead of this third down. Third and long for him here. Connects on the crosser. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
First and 10, here's Stevenson. And their next snap is going to come from the red zone, Brock. He's down to that 17-yard line. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's a New England first down.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
On play action, here's May. Finds his fullback. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about three downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
4 downs to get this across. Here's first and goal. Here's May to the air. Looking for an open man. Too much on that, and it sails through the end zone, incomplete.
You know what that route is called, right, Kate? OTB, over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. Got to find a completion right there.
So the incompletion on first. Here's second and goal. The give inside to Stevenson. And he is into the end zone for a New England touchdown. The Patriots take a lead just before the end of the third. Ramondre Stevenson, the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Corey Gallis on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Patriots push their lead to 3.
Seahawks 27.
Borregales on to send it away. Young on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Chance here for one final play before the end of our quarter. Walker off first down. And without much room to work, he has a minimal gain on the final play of the third quarter. Hard to believe, but just one quarter left in our season. We're through 3 in Super Bowl 60. It's Seahawks football. They need to make up this deficit quick for a chance at the title. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Charbonnet on the toss. He couldn't quite break it. Still a 5-yard gain, though. 3rd down.
With all these collisions these running backs take between the tackles, sure nice to get a little crease on the outside, get in that open field, and let these runners do their thing.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Darnold dumps it off to his running back. Wow, and they're actually going to lose some yardage here as they fail to convert. Now they're facing 4th down.
I'll tell you, that is a humbling moment to see a completed 3rd down pass actually go backwards instead of towards the sticks.
Punt team on the field. And he'll try to hit this one well. He held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. The Patriots and Travion Henderson back out there for their next series. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, I expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much. Those back and forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
Drive starts with a carry by Stevenson. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Throwing is May. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down in enemy territory now at the 46. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers, or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch, just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
This is Stevenson. There's the stop, but he's got 9 yards on first down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. They go again with Stevenson. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Just a single yard, but that's going to be enough to move the chains.
Hey, I know the temptation is there. If I'm thinking in the booth, I know that play caller is too. That could have been a chance to be aggressive. Not the case. Go get the first down like they did, and a new set of downs to work with.
They go play action. Here's May. Ooh, that one's nearly intercepted. The defense read that one perfectly. A poor choice to make that throw. 2nd down coming up. Now this goes for every player in every sport, Brock. Fatigue in the 4th quarter. So that can mean dropped interceptions just as much as it can mean a dropped catch, too.
And believe it or not, Kate, quarterbacks, they can get fatigued too.
Yeah.
Maybe not as much physically as their buddies running around and hitting, but mentally. You just get tired there as a passer. You start to assume, and that's a dangerous place to play.
And he's going to be stopped about a half second before he can pick up the first. Ball down to the 26.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
And they're going to down by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
That may not look like much, but that is a confidence builder for quarterback and offensive line in particular. When you know you can push the pile on third down on a sneak and get a first down, you may have to come back to that in a bigger moment in this one later.
Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Here's May. They find Johnson out of the backfield. And they don't get any help on this second down, Brock. He is out right along the line, so no gain.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
They'll air it out on third. Taken in by Williams outright. And that's a solid stop there to limit the damage. Gave up some, but it's still fourth down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Big moment here for Andres Borregales. It's a 33-yard look from the right hash. Kicked well, and this is good! And now their lead will push out beyond the field goal.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost them a lead, but a touchdown still ties it, or likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
Now Borregales on to send it away. Shaheed now to return. Good work so far. He's got room. And what a great start for their series. He's all the way up close to the 45-yard line before stepping out. The Seahawk offense ready to get going once again. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Heading to the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10. Drive begins with a walker run. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
He is brought down at the 45-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Darnold. This is Cox. That's Walker. And he nearly gets them into the red zone as he's down at the 22. That one nabs him 33 yards and a new set of downs, too.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
Going on first. Here's Darnold. Finds him over the middle. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Here's a design run. And he's going to have the Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks come through to tie it in the fourth. Wow, Brock, hard to imagine a more effective play in their entire playbook for that particular spot right there.
You know, you get in this red zone, Kate, you want the ball in the hands of the guys you do trust the most to score. In a lot of cases, well, you trust your quarterback, and all he did was add to that trust.
All right, time for the kick that he has dreamt of his entire life. And the kick is good, and they've taken the lead in the final quarter of the Super Bowl.
Makes the score Seahawks 34, Patriots 33.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. He fields it from the 8. He's going well so far. You're going to bring him down as he gets it to the 33. Here's New England ready once again on offense. And this pressure has been playing volleyball in this fourth quarter, partner. That touchdown just served it over their way. Now they need a touchdown to return serve, put it back on the other sideline.
Yeah, I like what you did there, and I'll keep the analogy going. We're in the final set, and it almost feels now like a must-score drive.
First down now, ball at the 33. Starting on the ground here with Stevenson. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yard to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Running the counter, Stevenson. Spinning into the clear. Shoots away from one. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, New England.
Really 2 elements needed to hit big on this play, Kate. Number 1, you got to sell it. Right? You really got to sell and get that defense moving. And then secondly, you got to execute. You got to get a body on a body so that running back can get loose.
Gets him on the in route. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Patriots will have a first down.
Why in the heck do you need 2 or 3 plays when you can get it done in one effective call right there? Go from first down to first down, exactly the tempo offenses love.
Here's May on 1st and 10. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. And it's going to be 2nd down. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. It's a gain of 22, and now they have a 1st and goal.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Now, they've certainly got the field goal in their back pocket, but they're going to try for the touchdown first here and goal to go. First and goal, Stevenson. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
Another snap from the 8 here in second and goal. To throw, here's May. Looking for him on the screen there, but it's incomplete. So second down produces nothing. Back to the huddle they go for third down.
It's a quarterback you love when that screen pass is called. At least I used to. And you want to attract that defense and all those guys coming after you. But you also got to find a throwing lane. And he couldn't do it on that one.
This is a pivotal moment on the game's biggest stage, Brock. It's third and goal. Running the screen for Stevenson. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. First, second, third down, sometimes even fourth. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and more importantly, to stop it.
A 20-yard attempt.
Tracking for it, and it's good! And they take the lead in the fourth quarter.
That field goal gives them the lead for the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that scoreboard. This one isn't over, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
Now Borregales on to send it away. Young on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Seattle offense eager to get back on the field. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Seahawks just about set. Here's first and 10. Play fake, Darnold. Gonna let this one fly deep downfield. It connects on the deep shot. All the way, touchdown Seattle. The Seahawks take a fourth-quarter lead.
I know you got to mix your looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with the receiver, with that kind of speed, that is scary, and he just made him pay.
Myers to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Seahawks jump in front now by 5.
Seahawks 41, Patriots 36.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff.
To kick off for Seattle.
Starting from the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Patriots running their offense out there. They find themselves down here in the fourth after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. First call here coming from the shotgun. Now a Shotgun handoff to Stevenson. Nearly starts the drive with a first down run. Stopped a yard short, gain of 9.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
On the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Only need the smallest little bit of yardage here. It is 2nd and inches. Stevenson with another carry. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a New England first down.
A gain of 12. And a Patriot first down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
On 2nd down, it's Stevenson. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss. A great call in a short yardage situation right there, Brock, and that was exactly the type of front that defense needed to have.
Yeah, I agree with you. I love the X's and O's of it, and then even more, the guys going out there and executing it, pulling the trigger to create that loss.
Looking to throw. That one complete to Diggs. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
First down, New England.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Nice catch along the sideline. Awesome body control to stay in bounds there. Ooh, but we've got a flag on the play. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond.
Still first down.
So after they march off the 5 yards, here's 1st and 15. Made a throw it. Completed over the middle. And he gets him back what they lost on that penalty. 2nd and 10.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. He picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's May. He gets it underneath, Stevenson. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
It is so hard for these defenses. I don't envy them at all. To try to monitor where these running backs are. Are they chipping? Are they delaying their route? He's such an underrated part of their overall passing game.
8th play of the drive now. They need 2 to keep it going. Looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. They get 6 and a first down as well.
First down, Patriots.
Well, partner, maybe not the record that most people think of when it comes to quarterbacks, but it's certainly an impressive accolade for him. The most completions in a single game.
Yeah, it feels like this was communicated beforehand, right into play. And listen, we're running everything through you. You're carrying us. And to his credit, this quarterback brought his A game, some of the best throws of his career.
That run good for a gain of 2, and just like that, we've hit our 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. Patriots facing a 5-point deficit. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Operating from the gun, here's May. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation could create the big play down the field.
Touchdown, New England. The Patriots have taken the lead late. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other side.
And he's into the end zone, so that turns out to be a very smart risk. They've got the lead in this fourth quarter.
Seahawks 41.
That's about trust. Trusting your QB is going to make the right decision on these crucial scoring plays. He found his read, and he made the connection for two.
Now Borregales on to send it away.
To kick off for New England.
Shaheed now to return. This makes it up to the 25. Now Seattle all set to go here on offense. Well, Brock, it only took them one play to reach the end zone last drive. They might have to work a little bit harder this time out. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. Into the hands of his running back, Walker. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4. Here he is to throw. Completed to his running back. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're 1st and 3. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first. Back to throw. He's him on a quick hitter. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
2nd and 3 now. He'll look to throw it. Smith and Jigba there to grab it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
2 timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10. And again, it's Darnold. Hits him on the out route. And he's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. 2nd down.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw it with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
They send a man in motion. This is Walker on 2nd. And he's going to work ahead for a couple here. It's 3rd down now. Now Seattle going to call it 2nd timeout. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal.
3rd and 3.
Seventh play of the drive. Offense facing 3rd and 3. Running back sent in motion. Throwing now. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
An important attempt coming up here for Jason Myers. Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're 1st and 3. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
Let's get this point.
Bring it home, baby.
Jason Myers out there now to try a field goal for the Seahawks on 4th down. This a 52-yard attempt from the left hash. And it's on its way and through. He hit it from deep. And inside the final minute, they've tied this up.
These are the moments, Kate, when you realize how valuable a clutch kicker is. When he's the only guy out there and everybody relying on him. And he delivers.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And it goes for a touchback, so time enough for 1, maybe 2 final plays here.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good field position for the Patriots as they get set for 1st and 10. May off the play fake. All the left side. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. Now we're going to have a timeout by New England. It's 2nd. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal. Offense to the line for 1st down, conscious of that single timeout they've got remaining. May now from the gun. Henry on the catch. And this goes across midfield and into Seahawks territory. So here's their 3rd and final timeout. 7 seconds left in this game.
2nd and 6 at the 48-yard line.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. May now. This to win the game. This one is knocked away. A potential touchdown prevented. And now the offense has to make the long walk back to the line for 3rd down. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. It takes a special quarterback to thread the needle. He couldn't do it.
You know what that's like? That's like passing across your own crease in hockey, Kate. That's a big no-no. When you challenge double coverage in the end zone, then let me tell you, coaches don't really like that either.
This to win the game. Another kick bounces off their hands in the end zone, Brock. Back-to-back chances to escape the field, and they dropped both interceptions. And postseason overtime no longer different from what we saw in the regular season. A touchdown on the opening drive doesn't end things. The other side's going to get a chance to retort. And if the game remains tied beyond that, then it is sudden death. So overtime in the playoffs, Brock, no longer an oddity compared to our first 18 weeks. It's all going to work the same now. Both teams guaranteed a shot with the football regardless of who wins the opening toss. And if we're tied after those 2 drives, it is next score wins.
Just pour a gallon.
That field goal saved their Super Bowl at the last possible moment. And now we're going to see overtime decide a winner. He stopped on the run back to the 27. The Seahawks offense taking the field now. And now after months and months of work, Brock, this is where they have to play their best football and stay disciplined in the moment.
I love the way you set that up. I like to call it the voice of poise, right? In your own head. Don't make this moment bigger than it is. And it is huge for all of us watching it and a part of it. You got to stay calm. You got to execute. And you got to put your team in the best position to go clinch that Lombardi.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. And motion him out of the backfield left. First throw of overtime. It's caught. Warner. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Every down carries such importance in overtime of the Super Bowl. Here's second. From the gun, Donald finds him over the middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
5-yard gain on the play. And the Seahawks, first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They give up the gut to Walker. And that is exactly what you're looking for on a first down run. He picked up 7.
That's what I call a rhythm starter right there. Man, offenses love execution and plays like that on first down, Kate, because now that playbook is wide open. All options on the table for 2nd down.
Overtime just getting started. Both teams are going to get a chance with the football here. We've got 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
All right, needing 3 yards here on 3rd down if they want to keep this opening drive of overtime going. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's got his man. This is Walker. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
That's good for a Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
Now an inside give to Walker. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is you put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
Here's Darnold to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards. And then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
Play number 8 of this drive, and it's 8 that they need here on 3rd down. Third and long for him here. Oh, and he nearly had the interception, but he couldn't reel it in. That's the big overtime play they needed. But still, 4th down coming up.
You know, that is such a bummer because those are the moments you live for defensively. Those are all the reps you do in practice to get to that moment when the ball's in your hand to make that interception. You can't get it done. Now he's got to flush it and go make another play.
It's good. The kick sails through. And the pressure now applied to that opposing sideline.
That felt like the game right there, Kate. What a risk they took. He misses, and all the other side needs is a big play, and they're in field goal range. But he doesn't miss. He steps up, and he drives it through, and now they're a stop away from the win.
The ball is on the tee, Brock. An entire NFL season has led to this one possession. A Super Bowl could be won or lost here as it's away. His effort's going to get him to that 32-yard line before he's taken down. The Patriots offense all set to go. Their defense held at least a little, Brock, but the pressure is still on. They need a field goal to keep this game going or a touchdown to end it.
And I can promise you right now, lie detector test in that huddle, every single one of those guys have asked says, I want a touchdown. I'm not even thinking of a field goal. That should be your mindset to go finish this game right now.
1st and 10 from the 32. Now it's his turn in overtime. Diggs with yet another catch. And they get him out just before he can move those chains, partner. It's a gain of 9 on 1st down.
Out of bounds at the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Need at least a field goal here, Brock, but a touchdown would win it all. Time to get to work here on 2nd down. A give up the middle to Stevenson. It's on the turf. The ball's out. He lost it. And that should be Seahawks football. Going into overtime, don't we always focus on the offenses being the hero? Which offense is going to be the hero that ends it? But, Brock, the defenses, the real superheroes in this one.
No question about it. It's been that side of the ball that's taken charge to try and set up a win. And if they're able to score to finally end this game, it won't be the score people are talking about. It'll be about them forcing the fumble to set it up.
And in their first appearance in over a decade, Brock, I know we're both excited about this one. The Seattle Seahawks, Super Bowl champions for a 2nd time. Well, Brock, after going the first half-century of Super Bowls without ever seeing an overtime, we've now needed extra time in 2 of the last 3 to name our champion. It's a good reminder, once you reach this final game, you are 100% playing a team who is your equal in every sense of the word.
Yeah, you know, that is so well said, Kate, because I remember growing up as a kid, and you and I in those 80s and 90s, we didn't have many great games. Many of them at this stage were blowouts, but not anymore, and iron sharpens iron. And what a ball game.
So for our entire crew here at EA Sports, for my partner Brock Heward and myself, that's going to do it on another fantastic NFL season. We cannot wait to catch you all again in the fall. I'm Kate Scott. Wherever and however you've been watching, please get home safe tonight, everybody. Good night from Santa Clara.